It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC West foes. It's the Broncos and the Silver and Black, and it's all up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's year 4 of this wonderful building now, and it's going to host the Super Bowl come February. Fans of the Silver and Black certainly hoping their guys will be a part of it. But this is a franchise that hasn't won a playoff game since the 2002 season.
But they should be firmly focused on getting back to the playoffs. They have the team that can do that. Defensively, they get after the quarterback. Great pass rush, and now they have a new leader at quarterback, and they expect to put some points on the board.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're hoping to get this offense on track in year 2 under Russell Wilson. Charles, I wouldn't have believed this. They were the lowest scoring offense in the league last year, just 16.9 points per game.
And that means you have to change things up, and they certainly have. You talk about operating under new management. This team certainly is. I expect this offensive production to really rise. And Russell Wilson, I think we'll see much more of the Russell Wilson we've seen in the past.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's another typical season for Jimmy G last year. When he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
Our first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. This one pulled in. Again, it's Hooper. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
All right, go get him now. Let's go.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's got Hooper on the short connection. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's been a struggle for the guys on defense trying to figure out how to get off the field. And now after that run, they're confronted with at least 4 more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it's complete to Adams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Garoppolo now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Myers. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the 1st. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2 yards to go, second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He hits Adams, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on a skill position guy.
Touchdown Raiders! Jacoby Myers from 21 yards away. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They begin the drive with Williams. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here's Wilson to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he powers his way up past the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
A nice carry by Jacobs, who's coming off a career year. Just when it seemed like Vegas may have been ready to move on from him. Led the NFL with over 1,600 yards and was more than deserving of his first All-Pro selection.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Caught on the right side by Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Randy Gregory coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's caught left side. Myers with it. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep for Denver, the rookie Marvin Mims. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 1st down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to go.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play action, Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson buying time to his left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's rock and roll. Let's go, baby.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw again is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders got a strong first half of play from their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. Abdullah to return. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. Just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Jacobs now. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Adams. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They will run the draw with Jacobs. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So off is Garoppolo, and in comes Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off play action. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. DJ Jones drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 18. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And Sutton will have a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this up close to the 30-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play blown up on a really nice effort by Jerry Tillery.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 84 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Trying to go to work.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Denver's offense now set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes a catch. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Let's go, baby.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 14. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy from 13 yards out. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now here come the Raiders. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, there was something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Mike Purcell drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. Gets around him. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Garoppolo now. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection. Now
a play fake. Garoppolo. And Incomplete on the deep ball. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 97 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he's got it up to the 13. Now Wilson. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that's caught by Williams. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wilson to throw. first down and more than that.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
This is 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing now is Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They're going to try and run for it. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And I think the Broncos have it. They do. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. And fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.